Welcome back to the tutorial on character creation. I'm Tracy Marr, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create the glasses that we see on the character here. So let's begin with what we always begin with, a new group, because there's going to be various parts for the glasses. So let's call this group glasses, and let's create a new layer, and let's select the rounded rectangle tool for this, set the radius to 14 and shape fill selected, not path. So let's drag over here into a sort of a squarish shape, and you can see that we have a brown patch here, which is the color that's set. We don't want that, so let's reduce the fill by dragging the fill slider down to 0, and let's add in a gradient overlay here. Okay, so let's reduce that down also, reduce the opacity, and click OK, and let's stroke the glasses with a white stroke. So let's put in 6 zeros, and let's make the stroke 2 pixels on the inside, and click OK. Control H, and that looks okay, but maybe the gradient is a little bit strong, so you can actually go in and you can reduce the opacity even further on that if you like, and click OK. So that's the first lens created on the glasses, and let's drag that down to copy it and push it over here so that we have the second one. Okay, so now we want to make the bridge on the glasses, and then we look at making the frames. Okay, so a new layer, let's make the bridge, and all we need for that is a black rectangle. So let's select D to default the swatches to black and white. We've made the new layer, and let's draw a little black rectangle going across here. Let's zoom in a little bit, and let's add some anchor points to that so that we can give it a little bit of curvature. So that's the bridge done. Let's now move on and make the actual frame. We're going to continue to use the pen tool for this. The color is still black, and let's make sure that we have it set to fill up here so that when we create the shape it will actually fill in the color that we want. So let's make a crude outline of the frame here. Don't worry about it being sort of not perfect, because we're going to tidy that up in a little bit. Let's zoom in, Control plus, and let's choose the add anchor point tool and add an anchor point to add a tiny little bit of curvature onto the top of the frames, and then manipulate the points so that you get the frames in the shape that you want. Okay, so let's make these corners round here by deleting the anchor point and pulling that up, and using the handles then to get the shape that we want. So delete this anchor point again, pull up, and then let's straighten this out a little bit, and we might do the same for the inside. Get more of a closer to a 90-degree angle by manipulating these handles here, and just in this corner here we'll do the same. And it might take a little bit of time and a little bit of practice to get this shape just as you want it. Straighten this up. And hit return. Okay, so there we have the frame. You can change the color by clicking on the swatch and making it to a dark grey, which I think looks better. So let's do that, and do the same with the bridge. And let's just copy the frame from the left by dragging it onto the new layer icon and dragging it across. Okay, so finally we need to add in the side of the frames, and let's do that by making a new layer once again, and once again the rectangle tool. Let's pick the same grey, and let's get these going over to the side here. Copy that to the other side also. Control T to shorten it up a little bit. It needs to be brought out a little bit more. And there we have our frames and our glasses. So because they're all grouped in the one layer, you can press Control T and resize them if you want to make them bigger or smaller. And you can push them down a little bit if you want to make them look studious, older, whatever it happens to be, but we'll leave them up here for now. Okay, so that's the glasses, and in the next tutorial I'm going to show you how to create the body.